So just got back to my car, fairly long walk, and look at my tripod. It's just like, oh, what? I don't know how much longer that is going to last. Hi and welcome to another Lewis Art video. I'm here at Westward Ho, down at Pebbleridge, and today I'm going to do some painting somewhere around here, so I'm going to go looking for a composition. So yeah, let's crack on. Why do I always say that? So I wanted to find something a little bit different out here, and I'm quite liking this pathway that the fence line is creating coming down. It's quite cool. I might snap a shot of it and then see. The other thing about that is as the sun goes down, it's going to create different shadows and bits and pieces as well, so that could be interesting. So this is a possibility. Yeah, sometimes I think there's just too much choice, and then you end up just getting lost in the possibilities, and I think that's what's happening to me here. I like the idea of the sand path, and I like the idea of the fencing. You know, it's going to lead you up into the picture. So I've walked on a bit further and I've kind of found a similar sort of bit, but this time what I'm getting in the background is over towards Saunton. That's Saunton Sands Hotel, the white building over there, and then up Saunton Sands, the beach, and then up across there is Croydon, and that's Baggy Point out on the edge there, somewhere over there. So that's Baggy Point. So I'm thinking I might try and incorporate that in there somehow, something potentially like that, but then it's about getting the composition right, because that path is basically going off to the side, so that's taking us away from the picture. This on the other hand is actually quite nice over here, sort of cuts down onto the sand. There's a little gap through there. If I could, I don't know if I can arrange that any differently. I'll have a look and then see where we are. Actually quite tricky to see exactly because the sun is in my eyes a bit here, but what I'm looking at is this kind of something like that. I think is quite nice, and that I can create a little pathway that snakes in just in here through, lighten that up a little bit just to create a bit of a pathway down onto the pebbles. There's the beach, then there's the sea, and then over in the back you've got a bit of land, then a little bit of sky. So I'm going to take a photo of that and then I'm going to crack on, I think. Okay, let's get the easel set up. So this is an Arteza 8x10" canvas panel, 100% cotton, 8 ounce primed, blah 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 blah. And I have actually already given this one a bit of a wash over with a bit of burnt sienna. So that's going to be sort of on the back. That's going to be underneath the painting. I don't even know what that is. So a bit of burnt sienna, blah 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 blah. So in the back I've got my bin bag clipped in, I got my paint pot for my brushes and things, I've got my paint thinner with a sponge in there just to dip in rather than just soak the entire brush. I've got my paint cleaner in there with a little filter at the bottom of that, and that's my setup around the back. Let's have a look at the paints. So the paints that I have today are yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, ultramarine blue, titanium white, phthalo blue, sap green, alizarin crimson, and aurora umber. And I've also got some liquid in the middle that I'm going to use. And I'm going to build it up from there. I may add in other things as I go, but I'm going to start with that. Okay, so in terms of quality, I know these palette knives aren't going to be that great, but I did say that I wanted to test out. These are some Boldmere palette knives that I bought from the works that are, you know, pretty cheap and nasty, but I wanted to try some metal palette knives in comparison to the plastic ones and see where we were, see how I felt about that. What I thought I could do tonight is try and just do palette knife with just the palette knives and see how that goes. That'll be a bit of fun. I guess if I paintbrushed it in first, as in the basic rough sketch, and then went from there, I could try that. Shall I do it? Shall I go for it? Yeah, let's do it. So I'm just going to sketch in with a number 2 brush using ultramarine and liquid, and possibly a little bit of crimson, just to alizarin crimson as well, just to darken that off, get the lines in, work out my composition, and then we'll take it from there with the palette knives.
Oh yeah.
Hi. Okay, so there's the backdrop there, the sea running across there, then it's sea in here, then that quite bright light reflective sort of water there running into the darker sand which runs down and through. Then there's this sort of line of the sort of sand drying out here, and then that's where we sit, I guess, in there with the a bit more reflective water, and then down here it's pebbles just on the edge there, and then we've got that sort of path leading in there. I've kind of not given myself masses of room. Maybe I could have brought that higher. I could bring that higher. I wonder if that would make much of a difference if I tried to bring it in higher. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm just going to put in some darks now, and then I'm going to see how I feel about it all from there. So I'll get some darks in, see what's going on. So actually I think it's time I had to go with these palette knives, so let's give it a go. Oh yeah, that's rubbish. This could be really fascinating. It could be really awful. Not going well so far. Maybe that's the wrong one to start with. Okay, right, so I've discovered something about these cheapy ones. Fall apart really really easily. That'll learn me, won't it? But hey ho, there you go. So it's in there, and I'm struggling with it actually. It's actually quite hard to do. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Oh god, didn't mean to do that either. Yeah, so I'll keep going. Okay, so I'm just digging away at this now. Trying to bring in some lighter elements. I'm sort of working my way down the canvas. Just trying to understand how you use a palette knife tonight. I'm sort of dragging everything. I think getting sort of smoother effect that way. I don't know if that's really how I should be doing it. That's just what I'm doing. So it's okay so far. Just try and bring in a bit of the light in there, and onwards. So I've sort of darkened in everything that I'm going to darken in for now. Before I put in all the whites and lights and things, I'm just bringing in the greens on the sides, and then this pathway through here as well. That's going to come in there. I've just messed that up. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now, and then I'll start to tidy. So here we are so far. It's going all right. I'm probably about to do something stupid and mess it up, but just for a minute I'm going to stop, have a coffee, and just have a look and think a little bit. I'm not overly happy with the pebbles. I think they're still too blue, and it's not really defined. I could potentially just get rid of that. That might be the thing to do, because it's really not working and it's kind of just messing it up a little bit. So if I just swept that out and then filled that in with something else, that might actually help, because it would change the line in here. But I'm gonna have a coffee and look at it and think about it. So the sun is going down. Probably got about half an hour. Cheers. I'm going to leave it there because the light's going now, and it's getting harder to sort of work out what I'm doing. But it's been a tricky week. It's been a tricky couple of weeks actually, and I just wanted to say sorry. That's mainly why I didn't get a video out last week. A number of things going on, but mainly personal bits and pieces, family stuff, and then I actually went, believe it or not, for a job interview, and failed miserably. Didn't get the job. Was really kind of disappointed about it. It's the first time in my life I've been told that my teaching isn't good enough, and you know, I'm gutted that I didn't get this job. Put myself out there for an interview for the first time in a long time, you know, so in a sense made myself vulnerable to getting kicked. And then got kicked. But what are you going to do about it? You know, that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? And you know, I'm fortunate enough still to be able to do the things I love and experience things like plein air painting. So, you know, I am certainly not complaining and grumbling about my situation. So I'm going to leave it there. It's been a reasonable effort. First with a palette knife anyway, so you know. It's been an enjoyable evening. It's nice and cool now, that's for sure. The temperature's definitely dipped. But I think it's time to pack away. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, feel free to give me any tips, pointers, always appreciated. And you know, I shall just persevere, and all being well, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this or any of my other videos, there are a number of ways you can support me in the future. Like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And now you can even donate on my Buy Me a Coffee page. As you can see from my new videos, I love coffee. But your donation will do more than just keep me full of caffeine. Every donation will go straight into buying new art materials for future projects, so your help will be truly appreciated. It's easy to use. Simply follow the link and you can donate as little as £2 to help out. Feel free to leave a comment, and there's even a link to my website. Your support really does go a long way to helping me to create more art in the future. Thanks.